Hey guys, what is up? The Gaming Gadget here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl Season 3, Episode number 12. Now, one of our biggest questions at this point is about the identity of Coville. Who is he truly? A couple episodes ago, we found out that he was working with Rain, and I actually made a video about that, suggesting that he may be a Kryptonian. In this video, I'm basically going to expound upon that idea, expand it just a little bit, and take another step forward and even go out to say that he may be one of the world killers. From Supergirl's vision, we can imagine that there are only three: Rain, Julia, and an unknown person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be any of the other three who went found on the board, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. But it could be Coville. We know that he found some Kryptonian records, started a religion off of it, but why? The normal person would take them into the museum, get some money off of them, become rich and famous, and then live out the rest of their lives in luxury. But not Coville. He took them, studied them, started a religion off of it, and never made it announced to the public besides the people who Supergirl saved, and only said very brief amounts about it when Kara interviewed him herself. So then what caused him to study these records and keep them for himself and not turning them in? Could it be his Kryptonian blood that was screaming at him to become a little bit more familiar with them, to know a little bit more about his people? And if that's not convincing enough to you guys, we have the whole thing about him working with Rain, and for whatever reason, her mom is fine with it. Coville's even gonna help Rain search out for her friends. Now, you would think that Rain's biological mom would probably try to kill this intruder. But the thing is that she doesn't see him as an intruder, she sees him as an ally. Now, this could be because he's a world killer himself, and him, along with Rain and Julia, are going to take over the world, rid it of sin, bring justice upon all the guilty. Coville could be very much like Sam in the fact that she didn't even discover her powers until just recently in her adult life. Coville could be very much the same and is just waiting for some life-changing experience to make those powers start to appear, as they did with first Sam and now with Julia. In fact, Coville could have already had his in his confrontation with Supergirl when he was trying to blow up the hockey rink, I believe it was. Now his true evil side is starting to come out. Anyways, so guys, tell me your theory about that down below. I'd love to hear any of them, and I'll try to respond to as many of them as possible. But as promised, we're now going to talk about the three other people on that list. We know that Julia is one of the world killers, and if I'm saying that Coville is the other one, what are those other three people doing on that list? They're not there just by coincidence or just by chance. I'm telling you guys, the show is wanting to use them. The problem is right now is that Supergirl's side is very unbalanced. They had a hard time taking down Rain by herself, and now with Rain and friends, it's going to be a pretty hard battle. So to gain a balance of power, Supergirl's gonna need some friends. These three people could help be that balance of power. They could be her friends, especially if Mon-El's crew leaves sometime in the future. Because even Wynn said it, they had these miraculous things that happened to them that should have caused their death, and they got out without a scratch. So I mean, if that doesn't scream out Kryptonian or at least alien to you guys, what does it? Now, they could be some of more Rain's followers, but I doubt it, as like I said, that wouldn't be a very good balance of power. To even the playing field, we have to add in more teammates to Supergirl's side of the battle. And it could be these three people. I'm not saying that any of them are going to live to the end of the season or be around in the coming seasons. I'm just saying that they're going to be on Supergirl's team and help her fight against Rain. Now, something else that happened in this episode is Lena seeing Mon-El after Kara claimed to have some troubles with him and their relationship. Now, we're not exactly positive on what Kara told Lena, other than we know that Lena knows that Kara broke up with him. And I'm guessing that she didn't tell her anything different, as she wasn't surprised to death about seeing Mon-El. Because if Kara had told her that he had died, it would have come as much more of a surprise to Lena to find out that Mon-El was still alive. But after we saw Lena even in this episode, she likes to investigate. And if she digs deep enough into this, she might find out that Kara is in fact Supergirl by linking Mon-El and her together. By some of the quotes from Mon-El saying, "You can trust me" and stuff, she may pick up that they were once in a relationship. Connect the two dots of Kara and Mon-El being in a relationship. Combined with the fact that Mon-El has powers just like Supergirl, and by linking them all together, would find out that Kara is Supergirl herself. And by doing some more investigating, maybe spying on Kara for a little bit, finding out that she really is in fact Supergirl, as evident by Lena's dream about Kara flying her around. I say that Lena could definitely go with the flow that Kara is in fact Supergirl, and could very easily prove it. I'd say just because James is Lena's boyfriend now, and he already knows the secret, if Lena is mad at Kara, he could probably confront Lena about it and change her mind, and I don't think that their friendship would be too much broken apart over it, but it may be a shock, and they may have trust issues for the first couple of episodes after she does find out. Anyways though guys, we do have something in the promo that we saw with Julia being a Worldkiller and Kara going to visit her. Now if Kara is fighting her in the middle of it, she just turns back to Julia, and Julia's having some of the same symptoms as Sam, saying that she doesn't know where she is, and being surprised that she's seeing Supergirl there. Kara may even be able to connect the dots that Sam is having that same problem too, and that she in fact is a Worldkiller, and possibly then even know that she is now Rain. Anyways though guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Please tell me your guys' theories about the topics that I mentioned down below, or any other theories that you may have. Like I said, I'll try to respond to as many of you guys as possible. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on next time. Thanks for watching, and of course, Gadget on.